back because this book you gave him, The Impersonal Life, actually started his interest and his search for the spiritual life. Do you know if he at that time had been reading the Bible a lot, because that was another of his favorite books, or did that come afterwards?
When Elvis grew up, excuse me, in Tupelo, Mississippi, his mother was a churchgoer, and she would bring Elvis to church, and he would go as a child and you hear the Bible. But when he grew up, he read the Bible occasionally. He was not what you would call a Bible reader.
Okay.
That's my simple answer. There's much more to this, but in this venue with you, Stig, that's all I can say about that.
And if we go back to after he started getting the first books, how much time did you spend talking about the books? Was it like you read a book, you gave the book to Elvis, he read it, and then he came back to you with questions and wanted to talk about it, or how did it work?
Yes. Elvis read every day of his life. Elvis didn't go to a room unless he had a book or two with him. He put it on the table. Engage in what was ever happening, but that books were always there. They were very important to him. And every day for years, let me back up. We made 3 movies a year. I made 11 movies with Elvis. It's a lot of movies. Every day we would go together, I'd do his hair, and we would talk about everything under the sun, from politics to girls, sex, love, current events, but always ending up talking about the deeper realities of life. So at the studio, when we made a movie, I would have to tend to his hair 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day, because after a scene, his hair would fall down here or over here, and these scenes had to match. So we would always run to the dressing room, and there we were in a conversation again. So I hope that kind of answers your question.
Yeah, and when you talked about the books, were you deep into some of the passages, some lines from the book, or was it more the big picture of the book you were talking about?
It was always in terms of what he was going through at that moment, in that situation in life, the movie he was making, or if we were on tour. There's always something going on, but behind it all, Elvis was always searching for answers and trying to deepen his understanding and his connection to God, because that's what it's really all about. You can have all sorts of knowledge, but it always comes down to what kind of a relationship do you have with yourself, with God? And that's what was most important to Elvis.